Okay, this is going to be challenging because when I speak, I like to move my hands a lot. So if I do this at one point, please don't hate me. Great. Can we open up the presentation, please? Or should I? Right. Okay, just let me check if it's working. Excellent. Good afternoon, everybody, and kalispera. Thank you very much for joining for my session today and the 15 minutes that I am about to use. I do hope I will share with you some interesting insights on topics such as modern marketing transformation, what is happening in the new era, and of course, the core values of a true CDP in the market today. Without further ado, my name is, as announced, Alma Adilovic. I'm the Regional Business Development Manager on behalf of Labrys Consulting. I have been very lucky in my professional career to have worked for various companies, starting from EY. I've also worked with EU-funded projects. I worked with one of the biggest IT companies, the biggest IT company in Bosnia and Herzegovina, Klika. I worked for UK and Europe-based company Alpha Energy. And finally, I'm with Labrys for more than 2.5, almost 3 years now. Most of my interests are topics around organizational optimization, marketing automation, and customer experience, of course, at the end of the day. Here is the QR code if you want to add me on LinkedIn, if you have any questions, thoughts, or you believe we could collaborate together. Good. Now, on the company itself, just a little bit for those who did not have a chance to meet with us or do business with us. We consider ourselves as a new breed of a consultancy company. And what we try to do is let's say, bridge the gap between the technologies and the brands, and we are combining the marketing and technology expertise together with the business know-how in order to serve our clients. We have diverse teams. They're consisting out of business technology consultants, and we are trying to help brands, bring closer to technology. And with that being said, we truly believe that today there is a big gap in the market when it comes to the brands, technology, and the end users. And throughout the time, what we have noticed is that there is a need for somebody who's in between all of these lines to help out brands understand the true capabilities of technology solutions, especially when it comes to the topics such as streamlining execution, marketing automation, and such. And of course, the end goal of our mission, the end goal or the mission that we are trying to propose is to have a better customer experience for your end consumers. We have offices in Istanbul, Sarajevo, and Dubai. Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina is where I'm actually from. Istanbul is the headquarters. The region that we serve is colored in the yellow color. But I do have to mention I have a client who's working in almost the entire Southern America, but it's located in Malta, so we can even say that we're acting globally. Here are some core value proposition that we as Labrys are offering to our clients. So first and foremost, we act as a consulting company. What does this mean in practice? In practice, this would mean that at the strategic level, what we're trying to do is to help companies identify what are the main gaps that they currently have within their systems that are connected to marketing or technology or CRM or any similar topics. And then we try to help them see where they want to be. And once we identify where they want to be, there's usually some sort of a technology solution in between that can help speed up the processes which are previously done manually. So then we go to the vendors that we're collaborating with, and we pick the right technology piece for the company that we're trying to help out. Therefore, we act as a systems integrator. That means that we're connecting all of the previously installed systems with the newly installed systems by activating licenses as well. And of course, at the end of the day, we are acting as a media marketing operations company. This is one of the, I think, the most important parts that I believe brands are missing today. They have the right technology, they've invested loads amounts of money and lots of resources, but at the end of the day, they don't know how to use this technology to the best of its capabilities. It's like having a Ferrari in the garage, but you don't know how to drive. So basically, we're helping them out utilize the technology to the best of its capabilities. Here are some of the partner vendors we're collaborating with for these years. We're a proud Oracle partner in domain of customer experience and marketing cloud. We're also working with Meru, which is a data-first CDP, MoEngage, Sprinkler, Dynamic Yield, and many others. Finally, I'm going to wrap up the story by just saying that I'm very proud to share that we have been named like a CX Agency of the Year in 2022 on global level by Oracle, and also many awards that we have received over the years in the marketing and customer experience landscape. Finally, these are some of the brands that we're collaborating with. It's more than 85 brands now. These are just some of their logos, but as you can see here, I don't know if we have a pointer. Yes. We see here public, so we're a proud implementation consultant partner of public. We also work with OPAP. We're very, let's say, rich when it comes to the experience in the betting industry, but we're industry agnostics, meaning that we do not focus on problems related to a certain industry. We focus on the problems related to marketing departments, which, believe it or not, some brands who are serving different clients at the end of the day are facing similar issues when it comes to reaching their customers. Finally, introduction to modern marketing 2.0. This is something that I always use in my presentation, as I believe this is very important for brands to understand today, and that is that everything starts with data. Data is the new oil. It's only useful when it's, sorry, something went wrong. The pointer, okay, data. Yeah, data is the new oil. It's only useful when it's refined. In marketing, we can classify data as known and the anonymous data. Known data is the data you're currently holding in your CRM systems. It includes some of the PII, personally identified information, such as email, your phone number, your previous sales transactions, anything that's already known to the brand itself. Now, anonymous data is where the trouble comes. This is the data that is unknown to the brands, and this is something that marketing departments are heavily struggling to get in order to convert a person to leave the email or to make a sale or to repurchase something. Data as such can be also very powerful when we speak about audiences, because myself as a woman can be targeted through 3 different campaigns because, for example, I have a son, so a company can target me for women's clothes, women's shoes, of course, bags, and all of the other stuff that we girls like, and also children's toys or presents for my mother. So by tracking my behavior constantly, by engaging with me, let's say I'm leaving footprints and the company is able to pick up all of those footprints, then I can be retargeted through many different campaigns, and companies can make more money just by targeting me and knowing my behavior. Of course, here comes the story of the cookie apocalypse. This was previously done by, we relied on third-party cookies for new audiences, new potential clients, and with the third-party apocalypse, this is no longer the case. This is something that I'm going to touch upon later during my CDP explanation in more details, but basically the main point is to transform the data from the third-party cookie, to collect the data on the first-party basis, and once you have the data on the first-party basis, then you can push it into the tools for omni-channel experience, meaning you can use it as fuel for marketing automation tool, where through customer journeys, personalized customer journeys, you can target your audiences better. Of course, at the end of the day, to increase the engagement, all of this is being done to increase the engagement. Finally, to the, let's say, main part of my presentation, I hope I will have enough time. I will go through 10 core values of a CDP. So first and foremost, what a true CDP platform should have today is the ability to collect data on a first-party cookie. That's very important. And to track the behaviors both in the physical and the online world, meaning if I come to a bank, if I have previously looked at some possible loans or any types of products that a certain bank is offering, that bank should be able to track my online behavior and my physical visit in one single place. And this is why it's very important to think about investing in customer data platforms. Also in incognito. Believe it or not, today it's possible to track in incognito, even though many believe that it's secure. It's not. It's possible. This is the way the core marketing journeys are made, and this is the sweet spot of marketing. Now, why the boat? Yes, I'm heavily dreaming about a vacation. That's definitely true. But see, all of the people in the sea represent potential clients. And if you have a CRM, which is the boat, what you're trying to do at the first place is to get them on board, get their email address at least. It doesn't have to be about sales immediately. It's about growing your CRM database one day from 6 to 50 million registered users. And then afterwards, you have a greater possibility and an option to grow your database and to grow sales by having more email addresses, right? Because then you can trigger the marketing campaigns. Because all of these people in the sea want to be at the place where it's warm and safe and no sharks around. So anyways, the point of this boat, the point of this picture is exactly to start collecting the data, any type of data. It doesn't have to be necessarily email, but any type of footprints that your potential customers are leaving in order to get them to your CRM, in order to start triggering any types of campaigns, and eventually sales will happen. Then the second thing that's, let's say, very important as a core value of a CDP, the third-party cookie apocalypse, as we all remember. This is a story that's been told for millions of times now. Safari, Google, Apple Safari was the first company to stop using a third-party cookie as an identifier. Firefox followed this decision very fast afterwards, and Google Chrome is now a bit postponing to 2025, but at the end of the day, third-party cookies as a mechanism to collect new audiences and to increase sales doesn't work anymore. That's why it is important to start collecting the data on a first-party basis on your own cookie. This enables you to bypass all of the analytical measurements and activation constraints in the industry. Now, identity graph, something also that is a very important topic these days. It's about the breadcrumbs or the footprints that your user, one single user, is leaving across all of the touch points. So while he or she is leaving the footprints, like a customer buys something in the store and then buys something online, you have these bits and pieces. And what you need to do is to unify it into one single person, because at that point you might even think, oh, those are 3 different people. No, it's one single person. So this identity graph, it's very important, and CDP, a true CDP, is a solution that should enable you to do this. And at the same time, it does allow you to avoid the necessity of using identities and tracking mechanisms of Facebook, Google, and other companies. And for the first time, you're able to own your own data. You're not obliged to, let's say, rely on the data that Google or Meta is providing you with. 4, based on the real-time interactions. Basically, this means that at any given moment, a true CDP is a solution that should enable you to bring up an action on a real-time event that your customers are making, independently of many other sources. So also what is happening in many companies is that they're using multiple, for example, marketing automation solutions, and they're triggering campaigns independently of each other separately, and then customers are being bombarded. Doesn't happen very often, that you get millions of emails that you actually don't need, because these are not personalized and synchronized customer journey intents, and hence companies are losing business over this because they're using multiple tools to target the end consumers. But through a CDP, you're able to have one single place where you will organize how the campaigns will look like and then push them to marketing automation tool for right purpose. Finally, of course, again on the first-party cookie by a vendor that we represent is in storage for 2 years. Number of internet users in Greece based on 2024 January data is 8.9 million people. So that's 8.9 million of potential consumers, let alone to speak about Europe, 837 million. This is how the big possibilities are. Also, if you are to use a true CDP, you will remember every encounter that took place, when, how, and even though if that user was anonymous. True CDP has the ability to process data from any type of data source without touching the main data source, ETL. So when I Googled ETL, actually I used ChatGPT. I was like, what does the ETL stand for? And I really believe if you know something very good, you can explain it to a child. So ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. It's like sorting and cleaning up your toys before putting them neatly in the toy box. Basically, the point of this story is that you don't have to be using, or you can be using an ETL systems, but the CDP alone can be a master place where all of the data can be manipulated, used, managed, sorted out without touching the main data source. 7. Of course, machine learning AI models, that's a given, I believe, today when it comes to any type of modern solutions. You have 2 options with a vendor that we are proudly representing when it comes to the CDP topic. One option is to have the models that are pre-installed or pre-developed by the company itself, or you have also an option to use the models that you have developed in-house, which, you know, sometimes companies have a very high-end systems and very high-end IT force that has ML or AI models in place, and you can use your own by connecting directly. 8, I'm almost there. Hub is a true CDP is an API hub gateway. The vendor that we represent has more than 300 open APIs, meaning that your company is not in any obligation to keep those APIs fresh towards Meta or any other company. The vendor itself will do it. 9, lower advertising costs and higher campaign performance, which is a very important topic. In the past, companies use like $5 of monetary value of money to produce $6 of benefit in advertising. Now, this has tremendously changed, and now for $5, you cannot even get $1 of benefit. Hence, you have to rely on your resources, and a 70% of increase in CPC, CPM, cost per click, and cost per mille is expected in the region. Therefore, a true CDP can enable you 50% of reduction in the targeting capabilities. And number 10, it can be installed behind your firewall in your own location. This is a very cool feature because due to the data residency issues that some of the companies have, especially, let's say, bank institutions or some companies that are very, very, let's say, sensitive when it comes to data residency topic, this CDP can be installed on-prem. Thank you very much. I've been... yeah, almost there. Thank you.
You did it perfectly. You didn't need the headset. Perhaps it will be much better. Okay, I understand. But yeah. And you were on time as well.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Thank you.